What's up, guys? So I know it's a little late right now. It's a very late hour of not even 5:30. Seriously, this time change is just who even likes time changes anyway? But all right, guys, so this video is going to be about showing you guys everything that's actually wrong with my SL600. And if you remember from the last video, I brought the car home and there was just an absolute Christmas tree of error lights and warning lights. And fortunately, this video is going to be about getting those to go away. Some of it I've already kind of addressed, so I'll be talking about that. Actually, right now we're working on it. I changed out the headlight switch, and here's the old one. Kind of a weird thing to break on a car like this. It was clearly abused in some way, because this is like a nice OEM Mercedes part. So as you can see, only the left light is on right now. There was something in the switch that was causing the switch to not allow one of the taillights and one of the corner lights to work, but as you can see, the new switch has resolved that. I'm not sure if it's actually going to get that light to go off the dash, because I think I have like a license plate light out or something. So let's see what happens. Let's see if that light goes off when I start the car. Yep, looks like we still got the light. This bulb right here. Yes, those are wood screws, by the way. No, I did not do that. My license plate is held on with wood screws right now, and honestly, that sums up this car perfectly. All right, the good news is we at least know that we're gonna fix that after I get the new bulb, so I'll just run to the parts store and get that on. Right now, we're gonna talk about some of the other problems this car has, and I don't think they're gonna be as easy. So if you guys remember when I first bought the car, this had the ESP and the ABS light on, and both of those are controlled by some of the same car systems. So the fact that they're both on could actually be a simple fix or a very complicated fix. So what I did here was I just connected my new battery, and that got the lights out before. And you know, they've been kind of coming like on and off, but I think I might have actually caused them to go back on because I was playing with a couple fuses under the hood while the battery was powered up. So I'm really hoping that putting this back on gets rid of those lights, hopefully for good, and teaches me a valuable lesson about playing with complicated fuse boxes. You guys are seeing it together. I'm not cutting this. So what we're gonna see together if those lights go off. You guys are rooting for me, right? Come on. All right, let's see what we get here. Ooh, tough break for me. That sucks. So last night the car was in limp mode, and when these are in limp mode, they've got reduced power. Great. I guess we'll have to take it to the dealer or something like that and see what they have to say about it. Alright, so it looks like we just got an OEM Bosch ignition coil. This should fix the misfire in cylinder number 7. I moved the coil to another cylinder and the misfire code followed that, so that's pretty indicative of a bad coil. So let's put this on and see what we get. All right, so number 7 is this one right here. So on the M120 Mercedes V12, 1 through 6 is over here. So this is number 1, number 6 is in the back, and then it's 7 through 12 on this side here. I'm in North America, so this is the driver's side just for all my international viewers out there. So we're gonna change number 7 here, and that should make this thing run on all 12 again. All right, before I take the car for a drive real quick, I just wanted to change the filters because it was something I haven't done on the thing yet. So it's actually pretty cool. You just undo these 2 clips and it slides out like a tray. And we'll be really careful not to move that other thing. So that filter actually isn't like terrible looking. It's a little dirty, but it's not like, I don't know, I've seen worse, and I'm sure you guys have too. All right, let's look at the passenger side here and see what we got. I already undid the clips, so we can just pull them right out. And you gotta be kidding me. Brand new, this car was probably, I think, about $130,000 in 1997, and that's about $230 today's money. So this is peak engineering, and you're driving it around without a filter. Unbelievable. All right, now the filters are in, that new ignition coil is in. Let's see what we got here. Didn't expect those lights to go away, like I said earlier, but let's go for a little ride and see what we got here. I've said it before and I'll say it again. When this car is running right, I don't think there's many better cars to drive. You got the V12 engine that just pushes power out, and it just feels completely effortless, and you got your cruise control on. The air conditioning actually works. It's fall in Pennsylvania. This is actually one of the last like 60-degree days we're probably ever gonna have, so I'm enjoying it. But back to the car. Really, this thing is just so much fun to drive. This was kind of like, I've driven like R230s. I owned an R230, and it was a lot of fun to have, and it drove pretty nice when it was running, but you know, it just didn't have that old school Mercedes feel like something like this would have, because this is an old school Mercedes. All right, so now that it's working the way it should, I guess we gotta really test the engine, right? This thing just completely rips for the age of the car that it is. And when I first drove it, I wasn't expecting that at all, but all right, let's see what else we can fix, all right? All right, guys, well, I fixed the one coil and the car was running great for a little bit, but looks like another coil went possibly, and I cannot get this thing home quick enough, because when the engine light's flashing like that, you know that it might actually be more than one cylinder. All right, so we're scanning codes now, and it's taking a little longer than it usually does, so hopefully that doesn't mean there's a laundry list of codes, but oh my God. Look at this. Some of them looked newer, so I'm only gonna change, I think, the bad ones, and we'll see what that gets me. All right, so we got that in, and it definitely did not take longer than it should have. Super nice looking piece here. It literally fits in with the factory trim. It looks perfect. I think this is called like mushroom interior with like the two different colors. It's literally like factory stuff here, so that's awesome. I think this is a record for amount of lights off on this car, an all-time low of 1 light. And I visited my friend Mike earlier. He was able to clear the SRS code for me, and he was able to tell me why the ESP light, the traction control light, was on. A common problem with these cars is something called the steering sensor, and basically all that does is just kind of measure the angle of the steering wheel, and every once in a while you'll have to recalibrate it. And to do that, all you have to do is turn on the car, turn the wheel all the way to the left, then immediately all the way to the right. He was able to show on his scanner that that sensor was not reading anything. The other ones were, so the other ones are probably fine. Just that one was reading bad. I didn't change it yet. It just sometimes works. So that explains why the lights are sometimes on, sometimes not. The SRS light was probably on because I'm thinking maybe whoever was working on this thing, they might have had like the door card off. It had a code for basically it wasn't detecting the side airbag there. And yes, this car had side airbags in 1997. This two-seater Mercedes car had 4 airbags in 1997. I think some American cars only had 1 in 1997. It's just so crazy, the dedication Mercedes has to safety. But anyway, guys, for the time being, it's looking like as soon as I get that check engine light off, then for the first time ever, this car will have 0 fault codes. So I'm really excited for that. I think I'm just going to wrap up the video right here, and we'll see how the car is progressing in the next video. So hope you guys like this mini series, and I'll see you next time.
I am dreaming of me.